Well, first things first. This is Beth Ditto from Gossip. Like the way I feel like people have religion, I feel like I have feminism and I have Riot Grrrl. I feel a deep connection to people who maybe aren't taken seriously in their art because, you know, especially in mainstream pop culture, there is such a thing as otherness, and there's this line that if you cross, like, not everybody's willing to put in the work to look beyond what is a conventional sound or what is a conventional body or look. I'm from the I'm from the U.S. and I'm from the southern United States, so like, there's a lot of like women there that like give their power away. It's a very like conservative place. It's a very religious place. There are a lot of like gender roles, and you know, I just learned really early like I didn't want to be like that. I just wanted the respect. You know, I saw the way that people treated like my mom and my grandmothers and my aunts, and I just was like, I don't want to let people treat me like that. When I was when I was a teenager in the 90s and discovered Riot Grrrl movement, and that was a pivotal moment for me. It put so many things in context. All of a sudden, a lot of the things that I'd been feeling made complete sense. I felt like there were other people like me. It made me question what beauty was. One of my favorite, I don't know, like what would you say? I guess it's an adage, it's a motto, like that really turned things around for me was in a zine. I think it was in the Bikini Kill zine, I can't remember. But it said, dorky equals cool. And that changed everything. Marina Abramovich, Yoko Ono, and Martha Rosler all came from performance and video art. They really took to the second wave feminist adage that the personal is political, and the Riot Grrrl movement really embraces that as well. That's my favorite thing, is like when someone exposes you to different perspectives. It's exciting because you can be seeing something one way and someone else can just say one word and all of a sudden whatever you're looking at changes completely. The first time I heard of Carolee Schneemann, it was from the band La Tigra. Kathleen Hanna, who's the singer of La Tigra, also sang in Bikini Kill, and she is calling out all these other radical and like pioneering women in the song that's called Hot Topic. This is the name of the song, and it's a big jam. But it's so cool, and that's one of the most incredible things about bands like Bikini Kill and La Tigra, and also about that whole Riot Grrrl movement, was that they were constantly doing their best to give credit to other artists, but also they're exposing other artists, other young people, about artists that maybe they'd never heard of, and I think Carolee Schneemann is one of them. This work is called Up To and Including Her Own Limits, and to make it, she hung herself from a harness that's in the middle of the installation, and she swung naked on it and used chalk and crayons to make the drawings on the walls and on the floor. And sometimes she would do that for like 8 hours a day. And in this corner of the museum, you get to look at how it was made, and as well as the thing that she made in this really like wild, unique state of mind and body, you know, being in a harness.
I think I was 23 or 24 when we wrote this song. I'm 43 now. I know I look 69, it is cool, which is fine. But I remember, I love it, I feel good. Feel fucking fantastic. My ankles are weird sometimes. But I remember saying, this song is so irrelevant, man, that I thought, that's crazy. Then 2016 came, and it was a cute little year for that thing called the United States of America. And it changed the world forever. And then I was like, well, motherfucker, here we go again. And it's worse. Maybe for some people.
One of the things about getting older, and it's like the difference between being like, 23 and 43 is that like you kind of realize that you have to like own your power, and like you have to kind of state your, what your needs and your boundaries over and over and over again. And like that is like, it's not even being a queen, it's just being like a woman. You're constantly asserting yourself,
I feel a deep connection to people who maybe aren't taken seriously in their art because, especially in mainstream pop culture.
What you realize is that that other people have a preconceived notion of you, no matter who you are or what you do. And like it's based on a lot of certain things. It can be based on so many different things.
When you talk about Yoko Ono, you can't separate like the sexism and the racism that she has experienced over her entire working life. I just think it's so incredibly powerful that she's still creating art that is compassionate and full of light, and you can tell that she wants people to feel hope. Cut piece, which is documented in this show, she would sit in the gallery and the audience got to cut a piece of her clothes off with a pair of scissors. And when I look at it, what it speaks to me, how could they hurt you any more than you've already hurt yourself?
But like, I think the most important thing you have to do is remember who you are at the core of it.
Pippi wrist's work is really powerful in how it's not afraid to focus on the artist's femininity. It's inspiring to watch a quite like conventional, so quote unquote, like normal looking woman in a dress walk down the street and then just like destroy a car window with this giant flower. That's really badass. What an image. And how many times have I felt like doing that myself? She's such a weird person and a really important voice in art. It's powerful and it's punk rock and it's perfect. Call me a grandma, but I think flowers are so punk. Anger is beautiful and it's powerful and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like, yeah, we are angry. Why, who's not? You should be angry.